Monday mornings are early ones. They are early because we film with Ramona. And sports cannot wait. They can be the biggest game of the weekend. By Tuesday, no one cares. We meet at 8 a.m. to then film by 8:10, 8:15, and then we get it out for lunch. So, here we are getting ready early. Danny Welbeck, he's upset a lot of people, let's talk about him. So now, this is going to be a standalone video. Just one video on YouTube.
How quickly can I talk about Exeter getting fucked?
We'll get around to the FA Cup. So we're releasing 6 videos a week. The first 2 or 3 are going to be relevant to the previous week, and then the rest of them are just going to be ones that can drip feed out throughout the week because they're not time relevant.
The Semenyo.
Hang on, I need that.
I'll give that to you in a minute. You're 14, or you're 0.
Sake.
It's got no character. I knew there'd be some comments about your fake rivalry.
But they don't have to dislike us.
I love our little robot Hoover, Sammy, Samsung Sammy, but he's always getting himself tangled up. There we go, let's put him back. There you go, happy as Larry. So, just finished doing some more Ramona filming. We've changed it slightly. It was a podcast that was just 100% one episode the whole way through, and now we've broken it down to be lots of little episodes. Today, we did a few episodes about the FA Cup, about Semenyo signing, and we also did a couple games. Frank set up a higher or lower stadium capacity game, and I set up a tier list where you're dragging them into the tiers for all of the release clause players sold over time. So you've got Neymar and Laporte and Haaland. Who's the best one? Who's the GOAT? Who's the ballers? Who's overrated? So me and Frank have a little bit of competition of whose video is going to do better. Mine's going to do better. Now, what this smug prick doesn't actually realise is that he isn't going to win, and Frank's going to make sure he knows that. Annoyingly, my one started way stronger. I mean, look at how steep those lines are. But I celebrated early, and then the algorithm did its thing to get me back. I mean, what the fuck is going on here? Talk about an injury time winner, so well done, Frank, but I'm going to get you next week. By the way, if you're enjoying this so far, and you want to help out this smug prick, then please consider subscribing. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers, so it'd be a massive help. Anyway, back to me doing something with some shiny stickers. Got a load of shiny Ramona stickers. And we have these phone holders, so the guys can have their phone there. So I'm going to stick some of these on the back of them. So that on the episode, there's the logo. Right. See you there.
Bye.
See ya. Last week, we spoke to the Psychologically Speaking girls, and we got their buy-in to change from a podcast to a YouTube channel, which is really great because that means we're moving in the same direction on all of them. This week, we're just speaking to them about how to actually make that happen, what it's going to look like. So, jumping on the call with them now, and let's hope it goes well. Morning, morning, morning. Oh, no poppadoms. No poppadoms. It's a waste of space. You wouldn't go out for a really nice roast dinner and eat a bag of crisps before you have it, would you? You want to have that hungry because it's the nicest thing. You don't eat the dips. You don't eat the dips. I mean, why don't you have a slice of toast with like jam on it before a roast dinner? Like, well, I digress. Whatever we decide, as long as it has that kind of story arc, so that you tune into the episode to go through something, either learn something or, whatever. I think that's the sort of the primary goal of each video. Okay, a half-hour call ended up being a 2-hour call, as it always is with those girls, but it's great because they're really invested in it. We've changed a little bit in that we are making the 45 to 60-minute podcast episode into 3 separate specific subjects. So those are going to be one lesson where one host teaches the other person a thing. So could be about stoicism, narcissism, burnout, whatever it is. They teach the other person and then you follow along as a listener. The second one is going to be a book club. Everyone knows what that is. They're going to talk about a book they've read, why it's great, why the person should read it, some of the key facts. And then the third one is going to be a hot take on something that's going on in the world at the moment, probably celebrity gossip. And they're going to take that issue that they're having at the time, which could be an affair, a mental breakdown, toxic group chat discussions, whatever it may be, and apply it to people's real worlds. I really think that's going to work to release a new little episode throughout the week. So now I've got the job of working out a storyboard for those lessons. I need to tell the girls which sections they need to fill and how they're going to look, because we're going out with a whole new format here. So, bit of homework for me. Okay, so next up is filming Ask the Boss. But before we get to that, me and Frank had a quick planning session. So we're always digging into the stats to understand what's working and what isn't, and then at least try to plan accordingly. Here we're looking at A/B test results for some thumbnails and titles of previous videos. We decided that our thumbnails are just too messy, so we're going to try and simplify them a bit. One person, no podcast mic, a clear title, just really simple. Okay, so with that done, we've got the Ask the Boss filming now. So I've put in some acoustic blockers in all of the window to keep the world out, said hello to Arlo, and then we got to it.
So it used to be this.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it's
it
now-
used to be this, and it's now this.
Yeah. That's the week done. I would say it's a pretty successful week. I mean, I've redesigned everything I do and started a YouTube channel. So I'd say that's progress. In terms of the week coming, it's a pretty busy one again. We've got the Ramona first thing on Monday morning, like we do every single week. And I've lined up a really good game. This week I'm going to beat Frank. I've made a logo recognition quiz game of football teams. So I'll put up the team, obviously obscured if the name is on it, and they have to guess what team it is on there. It's pretty simple, but because they're really good at football, I've got easy mode, which is medium for everybody else, medium, which is hard for everyone else, hard mode, and then pervert mode, because they are complete footy perverts. I mean, one of the teams is from the Danish league. I don't know how the hell they're going to get it, but I bet they do. We're launching the new Ask the Boss format, so that's breaking it down from the one big podcast into all the little chunks. They've got their silly little games in there, loads of 10-minute videos. We'll see how that goes. And we've learned a lot about thumbnails and titles from the Ramona that we can apply to Ask the Boss. Then on Wednesday, we've got the Psychologically Speaking Wash Up, as they call it, which is basically just a review of the season we've already had, what worked, what didn't, and then finalize planning for the season that's coming. So that's the whole new format that we planned this week. And then there's Happy-ish. We actually paused Happy-ish because we had so much going on with all the other podcasts and turning them into YouTube channels. We said, you know what, let's just put Happy-ish to one side. But it's the highest performing one with the highest number of subscribers. So we've come up with a new plan, which I'll explain next week, which should really help it on YouTube. So if you want to follow that week, follow this whole journey, then please consider subscribing. I really want to get to 100 subscribers, so it'd do me a massive favor. I'll see you next week.